Welcome to the show tonight, where dreams unfold and stars ignite. A story starts, a tale takes flight.
Hello, everyone. A massive welcome. This is Kabir again, your host from kahanisuno.com. Back with a bang and bringing you the third thrilling episode of Parallels, a sci fi love story that's about to twist your mind and tug at your heartstrings. Now, before we dive headfirst into today's drama, let's do a quick, fun recap. Think of it as stretching before a mental marathon. In episode 1, we saw our four friends celebrating their post graduation, full of laughter, dreams, and that infectious youthful energy. They decided to chase adventure with some parasailing over the beach, but as life often does, it threw a curveball. What started as a smooth sailing turned into a nightmare when Arun's rope snapped. Strong winds swept his parachute away from the sea and dropped him smack right in the middle of a dense, mysterious forest. And in episode 2, we witnessed Arun's struggle for survival in that unforgiving jungle, hungry, scared, and utterly lost. He then experienced something bizarre, a strange, pulsating glow in the darkness. That's where we left him hanging by a thread of curiosity. So चलो बिना टाइम वेस्ट किए आज के नए एपिसोड की शुरुआत करते हैं. Episode 3. Arun is still utterly confused about where that mysterious light came from. His mind was racing a mile a minute. But exhaustion is a powerful thing, and he eventually drifted into a troubled sleep. But it was a short lived escape. He woke up again to that same eerie glow. 3 seconds later, poof, the light vanished again. This only multiplied Arun's anxiety and curiosity. He thought, I'll deal with this tomorrow, but sleep has abandoned him for the night. So he had made up his mind. He had to go and see what was happening. As I mentioned the last time, the source was barely about 10 to 15 meters away. Arun got up, stood on a rocky platform, अपनी हिम्मत जुटाकर walked towards that spot slowly but surely. He reached the spinney, the very place he was trying to find. And there it was. The source of the glow was coming from what looked like ancient tree roots. This light would pulse every 35 to 40 minutes. About 35 minutes had passed since the last one, so he knew another pulse was due any second. Sitting there, scared and confused, Arun started praying that the night would just end and he could find a way out at dawn. While lost in these thoughts, a bright light suddenly erupted from behind the very tree he was leaning against. His first thought, a tiger sensor or some forest department gadget. What else could it be in this deep, remote jungle? He turned around and came face to face with the source. To his utter shock, it was a very, very weird device. It was palm shaped, white in color, with raised edges where one could place their hand. As he stared, the light faded and the device switched off, but it remained visible. He checked it for any clues, any writing, kuch bhi nahi. Maybe it worked on batteries. A wild thought crossed his mind. Should he place his hand on it? He stepped back, hesitated, but then slowly raised his hand. His palm fit perfectly into the mold. Inside, he could feel something, a movable, pressable, switch like component. Arun felt a powerful urge to press it, but fear held him back. Eventually, curiosity won. डर के आगे जीत है ना. He applied a slight pressure. Nothing happened. He pressed a little harder. Suddenly, the device glowed brilliantly. Arun was stunned, looking around frantically, but nothing else changed. When he removed his hand, the light faded. That's when he noticed something crucial. Light wasn't just coming from this device. He turned around and exactly opposite, about 4 feet away, on another tree, was an identical mirror image device, seemingly made for a left hand. The pieces clicked. A person had to stand between two trees, place a hand on each device, and press simultaneously. And that had to be the key. Pressing one just made it glow, but pressing both together, something big was supposed to happen. अभी तक तो बस ट्रेलर था, असली फिल्म अब शुरू होने वाली थी. थोड़ा सा ब्रेक लेते हैं मेरे दोस्तों. Let me pull back the curtain for a second. When I was writing this, my first draft had a fancy easy chair with armrest buttons. But I thought that's too sci-fi cliche. Then I thought of putting both devices on one tree. But the reason I placed them on two separate trees, forcing Arun to stand in the middle, well, you'll find out why. चलो अब वापस स्टोरी पर आते हैं. So Arun has decided he's going to press both. He positions himself, raising his arms, and with a deep breath, he applies pressure slowly and then pushes with all his force. At that moment, he got the jolt of his life. A glow erupted brighter than anything he had ever seen. An intense heat traveled from his palms up his arms to his head, searing into his eyes. He felt like his eyes were popping out. He screamed in agony. And then everything went black. Next scene, Arun wakes up lying on a wide, comfortable bed. The bed is made of the same strange, smooth white material as the palm device. He's utterly confused, swimming between reality and hallucinations. He looked around and sees people moving casually, busy with their work, barely glancing at him. He tries to call out to a passerby, only to realize a person is already standing beside him. Where am I? What happened? Arun croaks. The man simply smiles, says hello, and hands him a sheet of paper. This is your schedule. Schedule? What do you mean, schedule? Arun exclaims, baffled. The man replies calmly, all your questions, where you are, what happened, are answered here. Arun reads the paper. It outlines a precise 2-hour program. In that moment, the horrifying truth dawns on him. This is not a dream. He wishes it were. यानी जिसे हम सोचते हैं काश सपना होता, वो सच निकला. He is taken to a room for his orientation. A woman dresses like a doctor named Shanti greets him. She explains he is safe and what happened is extremely rare. Arun demands proper answers. How did I get here? Who rescued me? She says, no one rescued you. You brought yourself. This makes Arun furious. He starts shouting, tell me the truth. Shanti calmly walks to the wall. Out of nowhere, a screen made of that same glassy white material emerges. She begins her explanation. मैं खुद यहाँ पर समझाता हूँ कि कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है. To the advanced technology, multiple versions of Earth have been created, 8 in total, each branching off at a different point in history, right from 1907 to 1991, and Arun's parallel diverged in 1975. Up to that year, everything was identical. After that, history followed a different path. इसका मतलब है जो भी 1975 तक हुआ है अरुण के पैरेलल में भी हुआ है, लेकिन जो भी 1975 के बाद हुआ है on our earth is different from what has happened in Arun's parallel world. Back to the story. Arun's mind is reeling. He is now presented with two impossible choices. Option 1, stay in this new parallel. They will help him build a new life. Option 2, go back. But going back means being returned to consciousness in that deadly forest. And this newly created parallel instance for him will be destroyed. The catch? The people here warn him that the devices are placed in locations where survival chances are almost zero. So going back is essentially choosing near certain death. He has 2 hours to decide. If he stays, he will never see his mother, his friend Kajal, or his other friends again. If he goes back, he faces the jungle's wrath. एक तरफ प्यार और दूसरी तरफ मौत. ऐसी है अरुण की मजबूरी. And that's where I'll pause the story, guys, for this episode. It's complex, emotional, and unsettling, but this is just the beginning. Do write in with your questions. We'll cover most of the questions in our Q&A session. Thank you for listening.
Wow, Kabir, that was quite amazing again. I thought this episode was particularly thrilling because it's taking us towards building up the story. So, full marks to you for that. An amazing episode again. And I guess it's Q&A session. We have Aiaan again with us. Hey, Aiaan, how are you doing?
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Kabir.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me back again. I guess you guys like my comments, so here I am.
Yeah, you're too good not to be around, Aiaan. So, I'm glad you could make it this time too. So, Kabir, do you want to take it from here?
Yes, Sarah. Thank you. And we could not find a better expert than you. So glad you're back here with us. All right, jump into the
try.
questions. uh, my first question to you, Anne, what do you think about the pace of the story? Is it slow? Is it fast? How would you like it to be?
So, Kabir, I was listening to it and I really didn't feel that it was too fast paced for sure. But at the same time, I really would like you to actually have more content in the episode. Like this episode, I believe was like for 12 minutes, like maybe extend it to 20 minutes and give more descriptions and move the story along. I was wondering how many episodes in total are you planning to have on this one?
Yeah, I think, when I first started, I did not want the number of episodes to exceed over 6. But as you rightly said, I think we are just about hitting the midway mark. So, yeah, we might end up more than 6 episodes look like right now.
I mean, like I said, definitely it would help out if you can just extend the length. So, I mean, I think your first one, second one were a little bit longer. Not exactly sure how long they ran for, but yeah, I mean, get them closer to 18, 20 minutes, and it's good to hold interest and not stretching it too long would actually, get them closer to the conclusion faster.
Great point there, Ryan. I think, the reason I stopped right at the 12-minute mark was the fact that, I wanted to stop at that point where Arun had to take that call, whether to stay back or, go back. So I thought, that would be a good stop. But as you rightly mentioned, I think 12 minutes was too less. And if we take up this pace, I think we might end up having about 7 to 8 episodes that would be too long for the story. Point taken, and I think I will increase it to 18 to 20 minutes from next time on. Hopefully, that should cover the story within 6 or maximum 7 episodes.
Cool. So, Kabir, do you have any details on the technology as to how these parallels work?
Interesting question I am there. Yeah, did you find it a little complex to understand? Or you asking this question?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Sarah would get it easily, but like maybe you can enlighten most of the other viewers, a little bit more and like how
Uh,
this works and like made me
well, I
wonder.
I think I would be a little confused here. I think parasailing would be an easy thing to understand, but parallels might require a little bit more of an explanation, Kabir, maybe?
All right. I thought I have done a good job there, guys. Thanks for that input. I'll add a little more detail so that it helps you and also the listeners out there have the understanding. So basically, what I was envisioning is this is the technology where ours being the original Earth. From there on, the branches created from 1907 to 1991, and where Arun lands, that is the one had changes right from 1975 year. As I also touch based on the fact when Arun asks whether do I exist in this planet, and that's where Shanti tells him that no, because you were never born. So things take that drastic turn in each of those parallels. In fact, one of the parallels does not even have Einstein in there. All those details are given in the book and the blog. So somebody's interested, do contact me, guys. Hope I covered the details. Hope I did not confuse you more. Aiaan or Sarah?
No, yeah, that was a very good way to explain things. Yeah. What do you say, Sarah?
Yeah, so it's basically, from what I could gather, it's different worlds, which are like parallel worlds. Is that where the word comes from? Parallel.
Exactly. That is
Okay,
correct, Sarah. Yeah.
got it, Kabir. Okay, that explains it for me. I don't know about Ayan, but I think I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, like I remember parallels and I had to get it stuffed in my mind by my sister that the parallels never meet. So that's going to be one of the things. Yeah.
Any other questions, Aiaan, you have?
To answer your question, Kabir, yeah, I do have a question. Like, if it is a sci-fi love story, I don't see too much of a love story in this. So, is it something we are going to see down the line, or what is the plan here?
That is one thing even I noticed that there is no emotional part, especially with the love emotion, which we've been talking about, sci-fi love story, right? You will see a lot more of that emotion coming in the second parallel, and the suspense is still there whether he's going to come back. That's where he'll have that love story get going with Kajal, or is it something else? You'll get to know. But yes, the love emotion is going to play a big role. It'll pick up a little going forward. Yeah,
Kabir, dream sequence or something to keep the romance.
yeah, I am for it. Actually, that is my plan. I wanted to put a dream sequence. I don't know. Uh,
Song maybe like,
how a director would envision that, shoot that, but definitely I would want to have some ideas there to get a dream
the-
sequence.
yeah, as
E-
soon as he puts his hands on the switches, before he gets up, he goes into a dream sequence. And then when he gets up, put something like that, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I think any ideas are most welcome.
Yeah,
That sounds
I
good.
definitely don't think it's going to hurt to have one dream sequence in there. Yeah, I mean, a dream sequence, parallel universe. Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds like true masala.
Yep.
All right. I was thinking of the same question the last episode I asked. Did you see any similarities? There are so many sci-fi movies out there. In any other movie which you could recall?
Uh, s- so yeah, I mean, like maybe it was subconsciously, or maybe it's just because like it's part of losing your consciousness and then waking up in a alien place. So I actually connected it to the movie Matrix when Neo wakes up and everything is white. And what's the gentleman's name in that scene? Lawrence.
Fishbone, Lawrence
Yeah,
Fishbone. Yeah.
yeah, he's a great actor. So, just forgot his name. Yeah, and he explains everything to Neo and like how is Neo taken aback and is not convinced. So, yeah, something similar. Maybe it was subconscious, but like I said, that's generally a part of like the sci-fi movies.
So,
So,
so Shanti in a suit, and
why not?
definitely, why not? So for me, Kabir, it was our ultimate Bollywood sci-fi movie from the 90s, right? Mr. India. If you remember, there is this gadget that the hero Anil Kapoor, he presses that button and basically disappears, right? Of course, he's still there. He hasn't gone into a parallel world, but he disappears. So I feel like similarly, as when you mentioned that scene wherein he puts his hands and then presses those buttons and whoosh is in another world, reminded me of that scene from Mr. India.
Do remember that. I think Anil Kapoor had it easy, where it was not as painful as it was for poor guy Arun. Yeah, just pressing a button, he would disappear. I think Arun would want to have something easy like that. Uh, Definitely, truly connect there.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
definitely.
also, and that was a good one. I think you have banned on there. That is one of the scenes. Not that I would say that inspired me, but definitely I looked at that scene. That sense of a sci-fi movie was there all through that scene, where it is the background is completely white and two super actors, Keanu Reeves and Matthew Fishman, Lawrence Fishman. Sorry,
Lawrence.
uh,
Everybody seems to be forgetting this great actor's name.
great actor's name. Yeah, yeah. I think that covers most of the questions I had. Are there any more questions, guys, or any topics you'd want to discuss before we wrap it up today?
Hey, first off, I want to say, Sarah, thank you. You got my name right. I don't know if you practiced it, but I appreciate the effort regardless. So,
Oh,
second of all, Kabir, I mean, like, great continuation to the first two episodes and makes the listener look forward and wait for what's coming.
Yeah, I wanted to build that suspense up, guys, and great inputs there. We'll adapt all those changes or feedback what you guys gave me, especially the one to increase the length of the episode, which I work on.
that sounds great, Kabir. Aiaan, yes, I have been practicing your name. Practice makes us perfect, right? So I'm hoping. I still think it's a hit and a miss. So, but I think it's more of a hit this time than rather than a miss. So thank you for recognizing that. And Kabir, again, job well done. I think this was once again a very entertaining and exciting episode. And I think the discussion that followed was the same pattern. We look forward to more episodes from Kabir. You've left it at a very interesting point and more of these discussions. Thank you, Kabir. Thank you, Aiaan, for being here for this episode. And listeners, we will see you next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show tonight, where dreams unfold and stars ignite. A story starts a tale.